Greetings, everyone. This is their AVP. I'm joined tonight with my good friends Mar, Big Daddy John, and Jack Pierce. And tonight we're going to do another watch party for some more Orville. So we're on season 1. We're almost finished with this first season, folks. So we're going to do the 2 episodes, Into the Fold and Cupid's Dagger. The first one, in case you guys don't remember exactly, is the first one involves Claire, where she gets stranded and her boys are with her, and the first inklings of Isaac and Claire together. And then the other one deals with Derulio and his antics. He brings a whole bunch of mess to the Orville crew. So I got a question for you guys. What do you guys think about where this first episode deals with Claire and her romance with Isaac, how it develops in this first episode somewhat?
It's quite good. It reminds me of the old TNG episode where Data tries to form a relationship. What can artificial beings have relationships, and as we find out, not really. At least with Data anyway, because he doesn't have that, he's all logic, but he doesn't have the emotions needed, to meet her emotional needs. He can do everything by the book, and he still wouldn't understand what makes a good relationship. So it's a good callback to old episodes, and shows, but the difference here is it has the children, so it shows how children react to a new person trying to take the place of a father, and how they would react. So it gives a good aspect that we haven't seen before as well. So I enjoy it from that point as well. It shows, even though he's not their dad, he's not trying to replace them, he's just trying to be there for the mother. And it's a really good message to give, probably one that's much needed in this day and age with broken families and stuff like that. But I enjoyed it.
Well, actually, I have to say I'm not quite sure about it because Data and Isaac both have the same problems with emotions, but Data at least says that he is fully functional. Well, I'm not so sure about Isaac on that one.
Isaac needs a holodeck.
He needs a break, folks. That's for sure. That's true, because Isaac is always on the bridge, almost like the captain. Every single episode is like, okay, Isaac, you need a break, sir. Because we don't even know where he sleeps. Maybe he stays in the medical bay all the time, but we really don't know. So, yeah.
It's interesting. How are these women attracted to machines? It's like people aren't kidding when they said, well, we're worried about vibrators replacing us guys. Now we've got machines to worry about.
I know, it's so weird. Yes. I mean, I know for me personally, I am not attracted to robots. So it's so weird to see Claire that's so smart and a doctor, and she's attracted to a robot intelligence kind of thing. I'm like, wait a minute here. Claire, back it up, girlfriend.
Well, I think it stems from this episode here because, at first Claire was more interested in having Gordon fly with her than Isaac, though, like, he ends up being perfect for the situation, and I think it showed that, I think it showed Claire that Isaac could be like a protector for her boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So which one of the boys would you say you are more like? I'm curious, because I think I'm a little bit like Marcus, but I think in some ways I'm like Ty, scared and vulnerable, saying, I'm scared, I don't want anything to happen to me. But I'm also like Marcus because I like my video games and stuff like that, so I think I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, I can see us being a bit of both, as being a bit of a geek background. We like our movies and TV shows, so we're right into our games, as they say. But also we have that kind of childhood innocence where we never grew up. So kind of a bit of both, I would say, as well.
Mar, what about you?
I'm not really sure. I don't think that I can identify with any character.
Fair enough. That's fair.
But then again, that might just be me because even if I cosplay as my own character, not as some other character.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. So, if you were to be stranded on a planet like Claire is with Isaac, who would you pick to be stranded with? I think everybody knows who mine is, but let's hear you guys' opinion. Who would you want to be stranded with?
Oh, it's got to be Seth. He'd make the whole experience fun time, I would say.
Definitely.
He'd always have a joke and a good story to tell. It would never be a boring time. As we've seen in previous episodes, where they're trapped in the zoo together, he's a great companion to have, when it's just the two of them. So I think I would like to be with the good old captain.
Jack, what about you?
I'm thinking Bortus. Bortus would probably be much better at hunting and gathering than I would be. Or he would be the hunter, I would be the gatherer, probably.
You must be still while I go hunt. Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's an interesting choice. What about you, Mar? Who would you be stranded with?
Yeah, I'm a total sexist here and have to go with Alara.
Ooh,
I
okay.
can understand that.
I can
Just going
respect
to do the
that.
heavy
I can
lifting.
respect that. I can see that because she could rip the trees apart and turn them into toothpicks or firewood or whatever.
Even if the weapons doesn't work no more, she could help make some nice tools, for example.
She could use her Zalayan strength, you're saying, and rip somebody into pieces. And if a bear came along, he'd be toast.
Yep.
I like that one.
She's a good ally for hunting and crafting. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm choosing Ed, but the reason why I'm choosing Ed is because he keeps his head. He doesn't panic when there's trouble coming along. He sees what's going on. He tries to find a remedy solution like he does, which in the future episode, which will be All Except the Fishes, where he helps out Talea and everything like that. So that's the reason why I'm choosing Ed. And also, if we got bored, we could always do a nice campfire sing-along kind of thing. So that'd be kind of fun. Sort of like in Star Trek episode, I think it was 6, The Undiscovered Country, where they had the little sing-along with Bones and McCoy and
Row,
Spock.
your boat.
Yes, exactly. They did that also in Ergo in an episode of Stargate. So who knows? It would never be a boring time if I did it with Ed.
So at this point, I want to add that everyone but me chose a male character to follow them, which gives me the best chances of survival. Just saying.
I don't know. Boris would be a pretty tough contender, though, that Jack mentioned. So,
I mean, at least Bortus can lay some eggs for you to all scramble. And
Oh, there you go.
I think of how much egg you can live off of that one big giant egg. I don't know how Bortus would feel about
I
cannibalism.
want eggs now.
Damn, one egg alone you could live off for a week or maybe a month.
My word, yes. It's like a dragon-sized egg is ridiculously huge.
For Bortus, we do not really know enough about the species. Who knows how they react if they cannot mate for a while. So I don't know if I would want to be alone with him on a planet.
Fair enough.
Speaking of that, this episode is also famous for the line "Now entering glory hole."
Oh yes, good point, Jack. Yes, that's right.
Good segue.
Don't call it that.
So actually, with Bortus on one planet, you can see me, probably see him as a nice piece of meat, and him seeing me as a nice piece of ass.
Now it's starting to feel like prison.
So honestly, not so sure about that. That would be a good combination.
I mean, like, if at least it's not a Vulcan where they have to mate like every 7 years or they die or
Oh
something
no,
like
that
that.
would just be
They just
awful. That would
they
be
just have to pee
sabotage
once a year,
farm,
right?
yes.
Yeah, but
Oh,
we don't know the mating behavior really of his species. So
no, that we
It's true.
don't. That's true. That's true. All we know is that they urinate only once per year. We know that for a fact.
we know
So
for a
we
fact that they only go to the toilet once a year, and we know that they all are gay, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much.
and the
Yeah.
females they hide on a secret planet that we don't know about yet. But
Even if
yes,
I'm not sure if you actually can call it gay if they only have males that usually survive.
there's a single
In
species that my friend was mentioning. I forgot the name of it, but he was telling me that there's a whole species, and I think it was in Star Trek or something like that. There was a whole single gender species. So it was kind of
Yes.
because I asked him for a reference, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's a reference to that." So just so you guys know, I put the link where our watch party is for Amazon. We're going to do it on Amazon, and we're also going to be on Twitch to avoid copyright because YouTube, unfortunately, gets really, really picky. I mean, I did a watch party that was their own video, and they said, "Nope, it ain't yours. You got to take it down." So I'm just letting you guys know now that we will be on Twitch still. And the link is in the private chat for my members, and also there's a link in the chat for those of you that are watching this. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys the link one more time to my Twitch. That way you guys can find us there. That's where we will be. We'll be watching the movie. Well, not movie. I want to call it a movie because it feels like a movie or some of that. But basically, that's where we will be watching the first episode. And then we'll come back and regroup a little bit. And then we'll come back and discuss the second one, Cupid's Dagger. So see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, does everybody have the link?
Yep.
Cool. Why are you still there? Remove.